How's it going, everybody? Flint from Flint and Steel Survival bringing this video today. And this is the Pouch-a-palooza. I've got 4 fully built pouches. I want to show you what I kind of thought of for each one and kind of their uses. And then you'll see in the background, this is my current EDC bag I'm working on. I want to put together the perfect tiny bag. And one of the components is actually this pouch. So I figure we'll start with the pouches, and then once I get to the bag video, I'll show you the progress I've made on it, and then you won't have to see the pouch in that video. You'll have already seen it in Pouch-a-palooza. So anyway, we're going to go with the oldest first. This has been put together since I was a first day security technician. Kind of built this as like an emergency bag, just for things I might need, and then added to it over the years as an emergency security technician. And I'm no longer in the field, so let's kind of see what I put together. This bag will probably be dismantled and parted out, but we'll see. I carried this in my work backpack every day. It went into every single bank I went into. First off, on the outside, you'll see a camera tool specifically for access and hike vision cameras. I use that all day, every day. I had them, they come with every camera, so I had hundreds of them, it felt like. But this is one I kept just in case I needed one and couldn't find one. And this is a Carry the Skull leather coin by one of my old friends from Instagram. I haven't seen him around for a while. And then my only patch here is a skull guitar pick. Don't even remember where I got it. Oh, and then I have a CRK Eaton tool, just carabiner to the top for when I would get stuck out of town on work trips, and I didn't have any utensils to eat the grocery store food I was buying. Next up, inside. So you'll see on this side I have 2 Leatherman bit kits. This is, I guess, the full kit, both halves. One each in each pouch. And then this one also has a lockpick set hiding in there somewhere. There's the tensioner. So I used to use these to pick into other companies' alarm panels that we were taking over, or let's say a bank person forgot their keys to a file cabinet. They would call us out, and I would pick my way in there, get them access while they called out a locksmith to change out the lock. It was usually for stuff like a cash drawer, till, stuff like that, where they lost the key and I would get in real quick. Next up, this is a, I don't even remember the brand. I just got it from Ace Hardware, but it's got Torx bits in it. You can hear it's full. It's got 8 bits total, I believe, inside. But yeah, I carry it around because of the Torx bits for knife maintenance. Then I've got my oldest flashlight for sure in the EDC game. It's a Streamlight Micro Stream. You can see I broke the clip where it bent back, but I've had that guy forever. And its perfect home was in here. It's just a backup light to my EDC lights if I ran out of juice. Because nowadays I do rechargeable for almost all my flashlights. And this one would still take a battery, which most banks had. Then I just put a ferro rod in here because it fit, a Speedy Sharp, a Leatherman Signal. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. You can see it's beat up. I've used this one quite a bit. Obviously, my favorite feature of it for what I was doing for work was the replaceable bit driver, which is why I had the bit kit. Plus, I liked that it locked and it had a hammer. I did use the hammer a few times when I just needed to jar something loose. And then also in here, we'll flip this around, I have some paracord so I don't have to pull it all the way out. And I have a piece of aluminum foil in here, right there, to make a bowl, ground cover if I wanted to start a fire with my ferro rod. Aluminum foil is used for all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's this kit. And like I said, it used to live in my work bag, but now that I no longer need one or carry one, I carry a tool bag into work every day now. So this doesn't really have a home. So it's just been sitting there waiting until I repurpose it or gut it. Next up are a couple STWMN on Etsy pouches. You can see they're nice and bulky, very padded. This is where we get into the Sasquatch territory. Showed you guys in my EDC, my Sasquatch slide plate. but that's my favorite patch I found. I have them on everything. I have it on my battle bag, my bushcraft bag, these 3 pouches. So I'm kind of a little obsessed with it. So you'll see a blue Hank from Bearded Guy Made. These are the cheap, like, single layer ones. You can see a bit kit for my SOG. This is the SOG Power Pint. There it is. Super teeny tiny. Really like it. The outboard tools are fairly good for this size of a multi-tool. I mean, look at that blade. I do like it sheep's foot. It's got some bits on it. But my favorite part is it does have a bit holder to hold all these. So if you pull one out, you open this up, put it in, and then close this on it. It closes enough for you to use it, and I really like that. Plus, it came with the socket adapter, which was awesome. So you can actually get sockets to mount to it, which I just found really cool. Put that back. And one thing that's really cool about these pouches is all of the straps are rubberized elastic, like underneath it's rubber, so it grips stuff really good. Then you can see I have my charging cable just looped in this Made in the USA for the flashlight and the Zippo. So let's show you the flashlight first. This is an Olight I1R2 EOS. So super bright for a teeny tiny light. I've got a couple of these, as you'll see. And I like to keep it all the way unspun so that that's open. I mean, yeah, it's not waterproof anymore. I'm hoping this doesn't get fully submerged. I've got bigger problems than just the flashlight. Next up, my Sasquatch Zippo. And this one has that like arc electrical light thing, which I found super cool. That was my first one of those, and it's actually Zippo brand insert, so that was really cool. And both the flashlight and the lighter are charged by the same connector, so I just have that single charger in there, so I didn't have to carry 2. And then finally, I guess you'd call this the main blade. This is my Gerber little folding multi-tool money clip guy. I've had this for quite a while, but it was perfect size to put a blade in this kit. So I did. This one goes in my truck kit, which is where it's lived ever since I built it. And that was my thought behind this, is it's got some tools, flashlight, lighter, knife, and then Hank, just to kind of keep things from scratching each other. But these are just like a backup to my EDC stuff, so that I have something if the worst happens. I'm at my truck and I don't have my EDC on me. Next up, this one in Blaze Orange, same pouch, was built for the wilderness and is kept in my bushcraft bag. And you can see I color-coded it a little bit. So first up, we have a orange Polka pen. This is my Leatherman Juice C2. Like I said, that rubber underneath, blessing and a curse at times. This is my bead from Luke over at DLC Custom Knives. I love it, and it's been living on this multi-tool since the day I got it. Only problem with the juices is it doesn't have the spring pliers, which I don't mind on like the Leatherman Free P4. But for some reason, this small of a tool, I think it would be handy to have the spring. But I do get it's also one more thing that can fail. The inside tools that are accessible are awesome. I love the full-size screwdriver. But my favorite thing on the Juice is the cool shaped blade. Super sharp since the day I got it. I've never sharpened it, I don't think. It just stays really sharp. I don't use it a ton, but that's just one of my favorite parts. I'm actually going to flip this so that the corkscrew's not up, and then maybe it won't grab as bad next time I try to pull it out. Okay, same thing. I use the exact same loop to hold the charger for the flashlight, and you can see this is the Fan Day. You can see that. I1R2 EOS, same exact flashlight, I believe. Super bright, 2 modes. Once again, I keep it fully unscrewed so that it can't possibly accidentally turn itself on, keeps the battery longer. Next up, you'll see my second multi-tool, and the reason I have this is specifically for the bit driver. It's the Gerber armbar. Plus, I really like the bottle opener on it, and I honestly prefer the scissors on this. Actually, this doesn't have scissors, now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, even better. I was going to say I don't like the smaller Leatherman scissors normally. I like the full-size ones that come on the Wave, the P4, the Free Series. But these scissors are awesome. And I do like this blade as well. And you'll see this one's pretty blade heavy. This was kind of like a, okay, let's pretend I have my outdoor gear. This is just supplemental. Or let's say I break a pocket knife, or I break something that I was using, or I just need some specific tools. Those are what those are for. I just really like this orange. It's the Concept Bevy, I believe. Yep, Bevy, says right there. Super awesome slip joints for the price. Love the orange, super smooth. Half stop is decent. I mean, it does stop, but it's not a nice, satisfying one. But super cool knife, belongs in this pouch, I feel, so that's why it's in here. And then you can see this is kind of a shorter pouch compared to the next one I'm about to show you. So I turned the tools at an angle so that it would still zip and fit nice. With that flashlight in there, it's not like I'm losing any room. And then last but not least, on the Pouch-a-palooza, my favorite of the pouches by far. This is my buddy Tom over at Notorious EDC, his AGP All Good pouch. This one, I don't remember what they call this. It's the crisscross pattern with an orange interior. So let's start with the outside. Actually, it's going to make more sense if I show you the inside. So first off, patches. Sasquatch. This was the gnome patch I first got. It sat in my truck until I sold it and got my new truck, and it doesn't have a fabric ceiling anymore that this sticks to. This was literally stuck to my ceiling forever. Little tactical gnome, and then a flag went right in the middle. I do have more patches coming, and I actually have my first Ranger eyes on the way. And I think I'm going to replace those here, but we'll see. So, this I have turned into a maintenance kit of sorts. And this is the one that's going in here. So you can see I have the big brother to the power pint. This is the power leader. Has a corkscrew on it. Same basic concept with the way that the pliers action out together. Also has the bit driver, just like the power pint. The pocket clip on these is a superb feature. No inner tools. All of them are accessed on the outside. And show you the blade. Scissors are decent on this, but yeah, same blade. Super pointy, super sharp. Awesome as just like a little backup guy. So yeah, this would be like a backup multi-tool. This is a sharpener. It's a Gatco, I believe, not Catco G. Awesome, just super little carbide sharpener. Nice and small to fit in this pouch. We'll skip those for a second. This is my rechargeable Olight i5R EOS. Super awesome. 2-click for the different modes. The reversible clip, so you can clip it to a hat. A little bit bigger than the i3, which is what I'm used to, but it is not bigger than my old EDC light, which is the Surefire, so it's still nice and small, but using rechargeable flashlights, every once in a while they come on in your pocket, you find your battery drained, same thing with a battery operated, so it's nice to carry a backup with you. And then for my backup blade, it is the SE Avispa, all black, black steel back. I keep wanting to say liner. Back scale, G10 front scale. Nice thin profile, super pointy blade. Comes razor blade sharp, and I really like the design on it. BRK Taiwan OS 8, but as far as a pouch knife, it's just super slim, minimal, no flashes, no frills, and it fits just epic in here. And I'm utilizing all the space, so it's not like I'll be wanting a bigger blade because I'm a big blade guy. That could have fit in here. So now we'll go over the inside bits. Oh, one more thing. This is my pocket comb from DMK USA or DMK Customs. He makes knives and custom stuff like this. You'll see him restoring stuff and yard sailing a lot over on his channel, but I had to put one of his beard combs in here as far as EDC pouches go. Okay, now I have my knife maintenance stuff. Next thing I wanted was gun maintenance. So this is a full gun cleaning kit as well. This is my solvent, this is my gun oil, this is the T-handle, and then this back you will find the patches and all the cleaning attachments as well as the rods. So stick these two rods together, put it on the T-handle. You have your brush, your cotton, and your patch runner. And I left the little caps on that it came with so that the threads don't get banged up. Sorry, that was probably way loud on camera. But you can see all of that in this pouch. Zip us up. Spread all that back out. Boom. It's not one I'd be carrying in my pocket, but I didn't build it to be. This is going straight in this bag, and if you want to see what else is in that bag, stay tuned and I'll be right back. Take care, guys.